Every Tuesday, you can get yourself a copy of our newspaper, iDiskiTV, for absolutely free. Every shop right in the Gauteng province, you just go there, get yourself the paper. And on Fridays, the paper will be available across the nation on our website, iDiskiTimes.co.za. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Welcome to the weekend. Kaizer Chiefs announcing Yusuf Maart, Lehlohonolo Matlou, Mahlatsi, and a lot of other players. Junior Khanye, our analyst. What did you make of those signings? I think Yusuf Maart, people were waiting and hyping him up, and they were like, yo, finally we got Maart. Askhuluma about Dyllon Solomon's, Abo Mahlatsi, Abo Matlou. Those are the players that come from a Swallows that almost got relegated. Were those players impressive last season so that they could join the Kaizer Chiefs?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Ngibulise lengwenye to justice. No mapagas. Ebaphethu kunjani keep on supporting iDiskiTV, fighting no one try to fix South African football.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Ukutya kwakho kudeliver show kwa KFC. Is that your food?
Mina ngibulawa isinkwane bise my brother. Kunjani my brother? Ke khotso man. Yeah, just to answer you.
Sure. Those three players first. Let's start with those three players from the Swallows. Solomons, Matlou, no Mahlatsi.
What does that tell you if Swallows yambili adlala ama playoffs with those players? Tell you those players, yes, they are good for DSTV Premiership for some other team on Swallows background. Bakwazi look survivor. Yes, angeke ngithi kuSwallows awake ama player, but I'm talking about those three. iKaizer Chiefs ngihlale ngiphinda kaningi akusi club ya noma ubani. Yeah, not everybody performance. You perform 3 times, three game in a row or 2 game in a row, and then you're going to be signed. The club akusi ya noma ubani. So mina Mahlatsi Matlou, Leo Matlou, very surprising.
It's worse. Yeah, actually, sorry, before you get there,
yeah.
Matlou actually had a problem. He couldn't get into that squad, midfield, Swallows, because Beguno, there's this give more Coupe was playing number 6. Nabonya Tama were playing number 6. He could not even get in and break into that squad.
So, Minankulego, just the answer is very simple. It tells you recruitment age. Guma big teams, especially Kaizer Chiefs. I'm very disappointed. Yes, the standard of football in South Africa, we understand the coach, Bafana coach, Yugo Prosi, Onkomuntu Toti was harsh, telling the truth. Gunsim go to Utola play with DSTV Premiership, but they are better players than that one. Those 3 players, especially Mahlatsi, Matlou, Nalomfano Solomons, very disappointing. You rather keep those players that will release with Chiefs. Keep taking Unkichanga Stony Mambisi, better. Because it's the same. Mahlatsi is a player and he's never raised his hand. Playing his game, I can understand Minagimi is better if Himbonanga to Kren go front 3.
Wide forward.
Front 3, wide forward, left or right. Maybe Oganya second striker, but Utatala in the middle. Ngimboni solo simdlalisana, so Kaizer Chiefs himsine because he never show his strength. Ngimboni MTC was playing forward right or left. MTC ku SuperSport, if I'm not mistaken. So now why angadlalanga according to his strength sakhe ku Swallows, Kaizer Chiefs has to bring him. So it goes back uthi basamenda wenye. They're not willing to compete with Mamelodi Sundowns. If you've got that midfield to Zothembela kuye no Mahlatsi na Lumchithi Mtlou, I'm sorry, those players are ordinary players. Yeah. For the big team like that, especially backren mabasuka lapha bayekubo kwamanye ama team amancane ku DSTV Premiership. Kuna ama team whereby iKaizer Chiefs, we need to be honest, they've set a standard. Akusukuthi they're claiming to be a big team. But set the standard currently, yes, their form in these current years. Ayikho mnandi, but baye set the standard. So there's a standard always emehlweni abantu bafuna ukusibona. So there's no surprise nkuleko. Identity. Uzomsuthi culture club now. Miyeke once uKadosa, angisifen kaKadosa, but leave him. Because similar type of players. I'm a player that ngoba akusumuntu okwazi ukuthi abe akase comfortable naye, itiming yakhe yamdabula na ngimbonile adlala ku Swallows. I don't think he's got a big heart ukendlela ipressure. I mean kunonqobo win playoff this season, but ku Kaizer Chiefs na mangomcheka uyastruggle. We need to be honest, he's struggling. Yes, the coach bengamthembi imdlalisa opposition mara mangamcheka naye uyastruggle. So bringing uSolomon, what is he gonna do? Izoba answer now because mabadlula uSolomon eRussia. So those players 3 for me. Nkululeko akusi quality enough Kaizer Chiefs bekumele sign. Akusiyona Nkululeko asiyona.
Yeah, I suppose I think as well it's very interesting because Solomon's the last game of the season by Dyllon Kaizer Chiefs. He actually scored 2 penalties and I was wondering excuse me, I was wondering Guti, are you signing him because he scored 2 penalties against you? Because and I was saying this to Tso Guti, it's not as if these players bespaza ngabo the whole season. Yabona uNgcobo noma uyini ku Chiefs uNgcobo currently uNjabulo. We was always talking about him so it's understandable. It's understandable he was a defender of the season. But without keeping it too long, let's look at Yusuf Maart. I just want you to break it down for me, Uguti. Uyak Impresa as number 8. Were you always looking at him as a potential Yoguti he can play for a big team? Uvaile nukupelepele nagu Pirates, something like that. What your overall analysis of him?
He never broke up. He never break from development to Pelepele Orlando Pirates. I was senior side Orlando Pirates. So clearly like play a big team. Sikukunu go ibona indlela edlala ngayo. Did you see compete nabo bana? So coaching it up injani coaching structure. So Yusuf Maart, I think overrated kakhulu South Africa. We need to be honest. Always when I watch him ingwenye idlala attacking midfield I receive ibola kuma position wrong eyafina kin most maka receive ibola mele ngabi nomuntu phambi kwakhe. I don't think he's comfortable enough to handle midfield Kaizer Chiefs. Number 10 we Chiefs bayifuna umbule. They are arrogant. Number 10 we Kaizer Chiefs bayifuna umvule ondlondlo. Yes. Those 2. Yeah, mina ngithi manje sengikhuluma ngomuntu la umuntu onale sting arrogance ukuthi mina lapha nyaya. Nkuleke umuntu ambona manje who is playing asithatheni izinto sizibeke ngaphandle. Number 10 bekafuna lo mfana umbule or yena uNdlondlo. So Yusuf Maart pass sideways another thing. Yes long ball nokumbona edlala I technique ibhola lifike emntwini isupporta kanjani. So unange Alexander Cole Maart, Ulomchitalo, Stebe, similar players for me.
Oh, yes. I was going to ask you, because it's like the same thing. No Maart, no Cole Alexander, and other midfielders.
Yeah, but Pendulela just simple, similar players. I'll change next. It's a name, yeah. Guna Stebe, Maart, Nange. We need to be honest. His name is different. That's all. We need to be honest. The name is just different than the names. Kuno Stebe, kuno Nange, kuno Alexander Cole, kuno Maart. That's all. We need to be honest. In Kuleba Chorakala and Kapoxin. Yeah, ngithi mina umbule uNdlondlo Nkuleko those players I can tell you Kaizer Chiefs if they were honest signing in midfield those 2 bengamelanga babayeke yabona lapho everybody I think they hype nami Nkuleko bengizosho ukuthi yabona lapha they got big fish so those players lo babalayo Maart ufana no Stebe ufana no Nange ufana no Alexander Cole awuchintshanga next my brother so I'm sorry na uphaka nyamfaka lower recent uphaka but obviously uphaka we know ukuthi position yakhe he did best ku striker previous but now kulabantu abayithi ngikhuluma Alexander uNange naye uSthebe with Maart same players
sure
yeah
all right so just your final verdict of the 4 players that we discussed you're not impressed there's not a single player oti maybe he can become a good player for the Chiefs kula players are 4
season inde kakhulu those players 4 they've never done enough to impress the club. And those are players that they won't add value. I'm never bring any different club. I can tell you, they will struggle even with some other midfielders. Not Sundowns, not Pirates. Midfielders will struggle because pound to pound, they are similar like other teams' midfielders. Afana na mama team njengabo nakumarumo kwalansu tenso fika wayilungisa but ba compete na borealem because the midfielder lapha they've got players who've been around bona mazulu so similar bazo struggle those players kubo mazulu borealem bona serious if I can be honest with you they will struggle with against those teams.
Okay, there you go. That's his opinion on the signings. I suppose obviously we spoke about Abo Ashley Dupree, which we were very happy with that signing. That's a decent player. But of course we're just discussing these ones now recently that were announced by Kaizer Chiefs. And so as well on his video he's talking about the players that were announced by Orlando Pirates. We also have a radio show where we look at all of the other teams and their signings as well. On YouTube, just check it out. Massive Metro, iDiskiTV. You'll find our radio show there. We don't have all the time in the world to talk about all the teams. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times. is World Sports Betting. Thank you very much for watching us.